Happy Harley Day, everyone. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to an all-new Crossin Streams. As always, I am your host, the real Geno Reynolds, and today we're going to be talking about the comic book Batman Harley Quinn #1. Now you're probably wondering, why the heck is this on a Crossin Streams? Well, A, I don't have an open or a segment for that matter for comic book reviews, and two, I read the comic on the DC Universe streaming site, so hey, Crossin Streams, it works for me and I have an open for it. What this comic book is it's basically Harley's origin story in the comics. It starts off where Poison Ivy is kind of on probation and she has to take care of the greenery around Gotham, and she stumbles upon a crashed rocket which happens to have Harley Quinn in it. She nurses Harley back to health, and Harley begins to tell Poison Ivy her story of how she met the Joker and everything. She talks about how she used to be the Joker's personal psychiatrist, even though she was like brand new to Arkham. They start a relationship. Of course, we all know it's a very poisonous one. And it comes to find out that Harley had been the one letting the Joker out, and they finally discover that and put her in Arkham. But after an earthquake, Harley escapes Arkham and Gotham is a wreck. And then she wants to find the Joker, so she's like, well, I'm not going to him looking like this, and she finds the costume that we all know her for when she first became Harley Quinn. She tracks down the Joker and impresses him by helping him take out the Penguin. And this leads to her imaginary story of how he is so impressed with everything she does, but really he's not very impressed. She finds a hideout and fixes it all up, and she's like, he really loved it, and he's like, it's doable. So there's all sorts of stuff like that with she's thinking that he is totally in love with her, and he's really not. But there is a bit of a point where he says, you started giving me feelings, and I don't like that. So he gets rid of her and he puts her in the rocket, and that leads to where Poison Ivy found her. Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn strike up this deal where it's like, look, Poison Ivy's like, look, I can't touch the Batman, but you can go after him and I'm going to help you. And she gives Harley these different elixirs, which one of them gives her like heightened abilities and strength, because later the Joker's impressed when Harley is kind of going one-on-one with Batman, and while she's losing, she's holding her own. This, again, we get to see a bit of the poisonous relationship because, Harley goes after Joker, and she's kicking the crap out of him and holding her own against Batman. And the Joker, knowing he's going to lose, he's trying to talk her out of it, but she's just like, I'm not having any of it. I'm going to kick your butt, basically. You're done. And he, of course, being the manipulator that he is, he goes, would it help if I said I was sorry? And then she's like, that's everything. And they're back together, and they escape together. So basically, this is the setup to the poison relationship that is between the Joker and Harley Quinn. Again, we know as a reader that the Joker is just totally using her. And we know that she is infatuated with him, thinking that he really loves her. And the only time he really decided that, I'm going to show feelings towards her is when he knew he was going to lose to her. This was a pretty good comic. I like the story, and I love the cover. I am a huge fan of the Alex Ross picture that was on the cover, and I even had a T-shirt that I bought. I can't really fit into it right now, but I just love that art, and so But I like the story. I have a problem with the art. The art is sometimes kind of off. You have some of these drawings just don't seem right. There's a part where Batman cracks a joke and he's just got this weird grin on his face, and it just didn't work for me. But all in all, it is a pretty solid Harley Quinn story. And if you want to see just how strange their love story is, you can definitely see the beginnings of it in this comic. And if you get a chance to read it, I would highly recommend it. That's going to be all for this edition of Crossin Streams. If you like what you've heard here, please subscribe to the Real Geno YouTube channel. Like this video. If you have anything to say about Batman Harley Quinn #1, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. Till next time, I'm your host, the Real Geno, Geno Reynolds. See you later.